Hi.
Thank you for joining us again on another week of Sisterhood Session with me and Lex. And unfortunately, Lexus is not here tonight, but we do have our special guest, Tyronia.
Look at this girl using my government. That's
Let's call
wild.
it Ty.
Please.
Let me let her introduce herself.
Please. Hi, guys. My name is Ty. Don't worry about that little slip up with the government name. We don't do that around here. Just Ty, just an intellectual entrepreneurial body. Just come here to,
Just the chat.
grace the place with my face,
Period.
Yeah.
Period. It's an honor to have Ty here with us.
Thanks.
This isn't the first time that she was invited, but I appreciate her for now accepting my invite.
And look, at the right time, because I'm the co-host to the co-host, because the co-host isn't here. Right time. See, God don't play about me. He knows the time that I need to be, where I need to be, when I need to be. Okay.
So right now, I'm just sharing the link for the live. So you guys could feel free to just click the link and tune in for what we are about to talk about. So, with that being said, we've put out some flyers and a few other things that you guys could have looked at to know what tonight's discussion is gonna be. Oh man, I know it was something that I did wrong.
What happened?
My questions are in the next one.
That's wild work. I just want to say that's wild work.
But I think I remember a few of them.
And I am not a great co-host because I should have had the questions so we wouldn't do this. Anyway.
Yeah, but I have a few of them. So our topic tonight is going to be, can exes be friends? So what's the answer to that?
Disclaimer, I had a shirt that says do not text your ex, and I did not wear it because I didn't want to sound biased. And I didn't want to be one of those girls that's salty about, hey, all these exes, they ain't mean nothing, they ain't worth nothing. I didn't want to be that girl. But in the back of my mind, I'm definitely that girl.
So you feel like it's a definite no for you?
It's a definite, it shouldn't happen. Because exes always becomes nexus. You know what I mean? Like, it always happens. Like, even if it's 10 years later, like, something always happens to bring you back. Even if it's like a quick one night stand, just something always happens. And we as people, male and female, we never mentally prepared for the person what maybe broke up with us back then or what we broke up with back then for them now. Because friendship with exes is always like a little manipulation. You know what I mean? Like they come in with that sweet vibe saying, yeah, we cool, I get my peoples, you get your peoples, we cool.
So you feel like it's something you never really move on from?
You never could. And even if you give yourself grace and that space to say, well, hey, don't talk to him, let me detach, let me block. It never works out because you go back into that same pattern and then you just end up talking and then y'all talking about old times. You feel like it's friendly and then when you look, we laying next to each other saying, let's try again. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. And I could count on my finger the amount of times I did it. So I know.
Do you have any exes? Do you feel like you could be cordial with an ex? Let's say like y'all ain't friends, but you could be cordial.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see you in passing.
Yeah, man. I mean, and that's how it started too.
Because then all this stuff,
yeah. When you pass them and you be like, hey, you good? You good? And you be like, yeah, I good. It feels like it. Everything cool. You in your corner, they in their corner. They could even be snatched up. You could be snatched up. But I bet you the next day they text, hey, you look sweet last night. And look where we back to. Right back there. It just never work out like that.
Okay, so what about, let's say you have somebody who and y'all wasn't, what is your definition of an ex? Someone that you agree to be in a relationship with, or let's say like y'all just had an understanding of, hey, this is just transactional, something just sexual.
But that don't count. That don't count.
So that's not an ex.
That don't count. But it, see, it's a double-edged sword because it does count and it doesn't count. Because if you and I come into this with an agreement and say like, hey, yeah, this what it is, this what it could be. If we both go our ways, we could both go our separate ways. But one person always ends up feeling more. That's life. One person always ends up feeling more. So when we finally stop talking, if I'm the person that's feeling more, I'm gonna call you my ex. Of course, you was my ex. We was together. And I ain't had nobody else. I wasn't talking to nobody else. I thought you was gonna make me yours.
So, okay, in a, let's say in a scenario like that, okay, you and somebody was just sexual, right? Do you think that if y'all know, okay, let's call this quits, or this is something that can't work again, do you feel like that person could become a friend?
No.
No?
No.
Why not?
I didn't know how you taste. You didn't know how I taste. How we could be friends? Listen to me. Some things are just impossible, okay? And me, myself personally, I think it's impossible to be like a friend to an ex. It doesn't make no sense.
I feel like depending on the breakup.
Listen to me.
I feel like depending on the breakup. Like me personally, I do have exes that I wouldn't say that we are friends, but we'll say hey or something like that.
You know what that is? Toxic positivity. That's what that is. That's what that is. You trying to make it feel like it's possible. And you know, and I know, and they know, it is not possible because somebody always is going to want something.
I know, I think you and somebody could definitely say that's the end of whatever y'all are going on.
Unless your ex is your ex because they come out and say, excuse me, I'm gay. That is not going to happen. So, no, I promise you, it's not going to happen. Not to my own horn or nothing like that. And I know a lot of females and males, they have it like that. I have exes that I've never slept with. You know, in school, them little cute, little boyfriend. I have exes that still want to talk to me. And you know what that is? Toxic positivity. They get their way in and they tell me what they think I want to hear. Yeah, we cool. I get a girl, mom, my baby mommy, she's so dread. So now we here, we talking about your baby mommy. We talking about how good your relationship is. And you know what's gonna happen? We can be talking about how our relationship was good and what we did wrong. And now we mature. So now, hey, let's try again. And now I on the side with my ex. Why I get that? How I get there? Why am I like this? I hate that. I hate it.
I don't know. I guess I probably just see the delusion.
Did I just say toxic positively? You heard the keyword toxic.
No, honestly, I feel like you and somebody could not be together and know like, okay, this is something that wasn't working at all. Like the relationship, even trying to put a relationship together like is a no. And at the end of the day, like y'all could agree to say, hey, you know, we ain't together, but we could.
And that's what makes it toxic because what's going to happen is you both know that you didn't leave on bad terms. So obviously, that's a get back. Yeah, we didn't leave on bad terms. Ain't like we stopped talking because I cheat or she cheat or somebody come to fight or I had a baby on him or he had a baby on me. We just left because at that time, it wasn't the right time.
Right.
So now, both of y'all in Delulu land thinking like, hey, okay.
But what if it was in Delulu land to say that we could have make a relationship work?
That's just how life works though. You just have to be able to choose which delusional you want to live in. Basically. And that's what it is. Shoot. Shoot. In my mind, and I know it ain't true, all my ex them want me. They don't want me.
So okay, let's say you out somewhere and you happen to see an ex. You with your current partner now, but you out somewhere and you happen to see an ex. Do you feel like you would, let's say your ex hail you, would you tell your current partner like, oh, that's my ex?
First of all, I don't even know why you're asking that question because you know me. I don't know that nigga. Me? I do not know that nigga. I see him on the streets. Me? Especially, listen to me. I am one.
And it's so funny because I know her.
Girl, I know.
She mean that, but
This man could light fire on my foot and tell me to tell my man he's my ex and I'd rather my foot burn off. I don't know you, mister. How are you here? I do not know that man. Me? No.
You don't know him. So you wouldn't tell your current partner like,
Only person I used to check in my whole life is my baby daddy.
and that's because you have a baby.
Thanks.
So it's proof.
Thanks. If we didn't have a baby, he wouldn't exist on my line. Oh, I don't have no access, just my baby daddy. I'm not, no. I am a big believer in not telling your current, your past information. That's crazy. That's crazy, and it makes things worse because you know what's gonna happen. Your ex is gonna pop up somewhere, and
but some men could read into certain things. Like if you out somewhere with somebody, and you someone come in to heal you or something like that. Like just by the way, someone hug you or touch you.
I don't know if your game face, Ian saw it with this game face. Phil, what was that?
They didn't even come around.
Jello, me, this game face. Everybody already know. I don't have to do this for them to not come. They ain't coming. When I stay up and they think they coming over, no, even if I out with my girls, don't come over here. I don't know you.
I agree. I know. That's what you is
Who?
for real.
How? Not me, brother.
They'll see you and keep their head straight.
And
like,
you know that, and then text me the next day. Yeah, I see you last night. You know with your girls. And then you know what I used to do after that? I just block you. Because you was free to text me any other day, every other day. But because you see me, you think that's lines for open communication.
Okay, so you feel like the best way for you and somebody to end things is to just instantly block and delete.
I don't block and delete, but my detachment game is strong. Like, I could cold turkey anything.
I think my problem is this. Like, I think the reason why in some situations, like, I don't mind being friends, it depends on the role that that person played in my life. Like, in some scenarios, you never know when you can meet somebody, and then life is short. Like, this is my frame of thinking. Like, I feel like life short.
Don't piss me off.
I'm serious. Like,
this thing.
please
don't piss me off.
Like, I feel like life short. Like, if I hear they die today or tomorrow, like, oh God.
Oh God, what? Finish this statement. Oh God, what?
Oh God, they dead.
What else could it be?
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, I feel like it's
no.
Like it's, but to be honest, I think like I kind of learned my lesson with trying to be friends with exes as well too, because even though, you know, I had a relationship where he kept telling me, oh, cut this ex off, and then it was me being soft-hearted towards the situation, and I was like, oh, it ain't like that, which it ain't like that, because the whole time he was accusing us of like, okay, he still want me, I can go back to him and this and that and all that stuff. Like, at the end of the day, when we break up, me and him still didn't end up back together. So I feel like in some states, like it could truly be a friendship.
Yeah, but would you be willing to risk your current relationship for your ex? That's just all what it boils down to. Why would you go ahead and stay friends with your ex knowing that your current relationship isn't comfortable with that? It just makes
that was
no
one
sense.
of my questions for you too as well. Like, would you, would you call it insecurity, or do you see it as an actual issue? if your ex brings this up, say if your partner, not your ex, if your partner brings this up saying like this is something that he's uncomfortable with.
Not because I'm not a female that's man centered, and my mindset is so like, hey, if I say this is what's happening, this really is what's happening.
That's how I feel like I am too.
Yeah, but on the back end, would you want to make your relationship miserable for an ex? He's your ex for a reason.
I think it depends on, honestly, what I think it is for me, I think it depends on how deep the relationship is. If it's something where it's not leading towards marriage or something like being really, like be committed, but being really, like deep down, I know like the saying in work.
Yeah, but if deep down you know the same way, that should
I
also
see
be
red
your
flags.
ex. That should also be your ex.
So
why are you going to be that deep down?
You don't ever have that feeling like you just know.
When I just know, I just go. Me? I just, listen to me. Life is very short, and I cannot. And well, the thing is, when your finger's doing, the camera is zooming on your face. And the camera is zooming, so you could know. I cannot. It ain't zooming in.
Yeah, do it right now, see?
Yeah, zoom in on me, because I cannot be in an uncomfortable state, you know. And you know the story. I was talking to this guy or whatever. We never said that we were together. But the way we was acting around,
y'all was together.
Exactly, because all of my girls, including you, saw us all together, and everybody was feeling the vibe, saying like, yeah, y'all make a good match, y'all go together real good or whatever. And when I start feeling shady, I give that man no warning, and I just ain't say nothing to him. I just ain't say nothing. So deep down, he knew, and I knew, because I didn't say anything to him for months, and he didn't say anything to me. So it wasn't like we stopped talking because we had a problem with each other. We just knew
that it wasn't going on.
Yeah, we just knew. But I'm not the one to hold on for you to treat me like dog. You know? Who? Me? Big body like me? No, boy. And I don't even put him in the category of being my ex. But
that's what I was asking. Like, what do you define as an ex?
I already told you, only my baby daddy is my ex. Like,
no, for anybody, for other people, that's what. So me, who don't have a baby daddy, who's my ex?
But that's a you problem. Me personally, I have one ex.
So nobody's my ex.
Yeah. Like I said, I ain't claiming nobody's son. Nobody's son, I ain't claiming. And I only have one ex, and that's because we have a baby together.
A child, a man.
That's baby. But that's my baby.
That's true. That's
I only have one ex. One ex. One ex. If anybody can pop up right now and say this is my ex, but you proof. Show me proof.
You don't got no no sex videos.
Oh, no face, no case. Zoom in. No face, no case. Me?
Someone says me, God, too soft. Yes, my heart is too soft. Like, I don't know if it's soft or just stupid. One of the.
I think you know what I think. It is soft. That's stupid. You in the Lulu line. No. And these people, honestly, in all seriousness,
and I think it's something too where they take advantage of it.
Manipulation. They use the friendship card to manipulate you into something else. That's just what it is. That's why I tell you it's toxic positivity. They feel like it's positive, but it's still toxic.
Agreed.
That's just what it boils down to. That's why I have no exes. None.
So, okay, you think, like I asked before, so you think once it boils down to that, like someone like me who I feel like, okay, we could be friends or whatever. So you feel like in the end, in order for that to not happen, I should just block them.
I don't block people just because I want you to see my greatness. I don't block you. I never block an ex, ever.
So how do you close that door with not being friends?
I don't say nothing to them, and they better don't say nothing to me.
So if they say something,
first of all, you know me. Like, why you even asking these these
You gotta ask
questions
the
beyond
questions
me?
for the people.
No, you don't ask. It's beyond me. Why you asking me these questions? Listen to me. If I see you and other people, like, people just know my character so well, they know not to say anything to me. You know, I have people, because I don't have no access. Zoom in. I don't have no access. I have people that I used to communicate with. No access. Zoom in. Okay. And they still on my status and stuff, and they watch all of my stuff on WhatsApp. If I press it, they just right now. I just posted a picture of me coming on this podcast, and I bet you one or two of them is the first person to watch it. And I like you saying my greatness. When I post my man, you will see that too.
Yeah, I like that too. I like that.
I like that. I just want you to see I'm doing just fine without you, cause you thought you was it. You know, you have them exes for things like, hey, when we leave, ain't nobody better than me.
Yeah.
So
someone has a question. They say, what if your ex got married and you got married? Y'all can't be friends?
First of all. Second of all, third of all, no. See, people don't understand. I keep saying, the friendship card is the manipulation card. You never see a narcissist until they get into a relationship with somebody else. You could be with that person and not know it. That could be your ex and they get married. You are married. The narcissist comes out, the ownership comes out of a man so fast, it's crazy. They could be out with their boys and they have their ring on their finger. The boys don't know that y'all two used to go. Mm-hmm. Just for ownership, that ex is gonna pop up on the scene and make it known, I own this, married or not.
You know what happened to me before? This guy that I used to talk to, mind you, me and friends. And it goes back to what you were saying, like everywhere that he sees me, he always have to make it known. Like he'll be like, oh, like I'll be having a conversation with you and he'll come there, he'll hail you, he'll talk to you, hey Stanika, hi. Boy, thought you know who's a good woman? Stanika.
Remember when we used to go? Yeah, toxic positivity. That's what they do.
But I feel like you'll know, okay, who you could be cool with and who you can't be cool with.
You, this? That ain't solid on your end. That ain't solid on your end because you ain't thinking logically. You just thinking like, hey, when we used to go, he was so nice to me. No. Stay blessed. No.
I don't even think it's like even, because you know, okay, that's Nassau. You know what Nassau did.
Okay.
And it's like even after that happened, with everything, with us breaking up and all that stuff, it was like I still was like, okay.
And like, every time you tell me that, did my eyes not roll in the back of my head? That makes no sense.
You say, I don't want to.
Yeah, that makes no sense. Certain things don't make sense to me. Not saying all ex don't deserve to get in the friend zone.
Right.
But you have to understand, I keep saying, they are doing it by friendship to manipulate you to get where they want to get. I've never seen a person, and I'm not saying just male or female. I've never seen a person just really, the kindness that they had, let's be friends without an agenda. I've never seen it.
I think it's hard to say if you can or can't. I think in some scenarios, maybe you can, and I think like you said, it's a double-edged sword. Reason why I said that too is because in some instance, you know deep down you never wanted to end things with that.
You understand deep down,
right? No, like deep down, you know when. Okay, deep. Not even deep down.
No, deep.
For you never wanted to end the relationship, and they decided that it wasn't working, or something happened, and the relationship had to come to an end, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, let's say 3 months from now or 6 months from now, y'all run into each other, y'all say, okay, let's be friends or whatever the situation is. I feel like that, like you say, it's only a door opening to say, hey, let's, like one day we can step up and fuck. Even let's say if I in a relationship 6 months from now and I say no, or if the conversation never come up, the second my person probably do something to me, sometimes it just end up happening to where you do go back and like that door still
Yeah,
open for that friendship for that.
because you left that open. That's what you did. That's what you did.
But
If
I think,
you
okay,
don't-
let's say, okay,
Mhm.
I understand that because I know where you're going with this. But I feel like, let's say we break up today or tomorrow and I was completely over it. I feel like in that kind of environment or that relationship coming to an end, I feel like you could be friends with that person. Like if you already knew that this was over for you and y'all just we end the relationship, but okay, we continue talking. I feel like you could be friends.
You know what I really appreciate about what you're saying right now? Everything you're saying is I feel like.
Yeah,
Because
this is my feeling.
That's a whole bunch of crap right there, what you talking about. I feel like. You realize when you started, you said, let's say we break up because something happened. That's why that's your ex. Something happened. Why? You want it to happen again? Voice? How the children say voice up? You want me to hurt voice up? That don't make no sense. Ain't nobody gonna hurt me voice up. I'm sorry, and I just cried ugly. You ain't gonna hurt me voice up.
Let me see.
Oh, girl, you don't want to see that. You don't want to see that. I just cried ugly, and then all of a sudden I just be putting rum in my coffee and things like that. That don't make no sense. This ain't zooming. I need this to zoom up. That don't make no sense.
So someone said to ask you, what if it was a friendship first and turned to a relation and the relationship part didn't work out?
That's what happened to me and homie.
Right.
Where everybody thought that we were such a good match. We were friends. Like I prolonged doing anything with this dude because the relationship we had as friends was so awesome. We even used to talk to each other about guys and girls. Like we was feeling on. And I just missed and did it. And now here it is. I lost a friend. Just because just because I wanted to crack it open. I lost a friend. That I don't suggest that. I don't suggest that because I hate
So you don't suggest
being with somebody
who
no, I don't suggest that because you lose so much more.
I agree.
You lose so much more. I literally, and I tell no lies sometimes when I have like a joke and I feel like he's the only person who could get it. Cause like we have done so
okay, so in a like okay, how y'all was friends before, you don't think like y'all could ever go back to being friends?
No. One, he didn't do anything wrong because we already knew what it was.
Mm-hmm.
But in my little mind, my expectations was different. And then the things he said to me made it feel different. Right. So we didn't end like we stopped talking on bad terms. But because I knew what I expected and what he was saying to me to make me feel that way, I could never be your friend because I didn't see the dog in you. And I can't do that. Now, I lost a really good friend. And he was a good friend. But anyway, we live and we learn because I won't be doing that again. Because do you have the thing to zoom in on that? I won't be doing that again. Yeah, I can't because genuine friendships are so hard to find in males, like straight males.
Mm-hmm.
It's so hard to find a straight male friend that just literally don't want anything from you other than friendship.
Mm-hmm.
And the couple, like the 5, I could count on my hand, I'm down to 4 because I crossed that line and went overboard. Now we're not friends. We don't even speak.
So do you feel like, okay, it was like you saying males, do you feel like in some instance females do the same thing as well?
Of
like
course.
Where they have males, like they put someone in the friendship category, but deep down they know like there's somebody who I'll sleep with, or like I want to cross this line with him, but maybe let's say they have a certain standard and they have somebody so they won't step out, but they know, okay, this was my friend, but if he slip up, yeah, he could get it.
Of course. A lot of us did it already. But because I'm more the aggressive person.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I why are you laughing at me, girl? Don't piss me off. Because I am more the aggressive person, I don't think a male friend would come on to me before I come on to them. And I don't come on to you in a way to say, well, hey, I want you to hit this. But you can know. And I don't even, I like, my guys, friends always tell me, like, I always is think like a man or whatever. I ain't really asking for much. I asking for much. Just a little favor, get home off a little bit and do.
Change the oil.
Yeah, but the difference is, me personally, with anybody, I know my place. So if you and I have something and you're my friend and we say, hey, this a 1 off or a 7 off or a 10 off, whatever we do, 20 off,
Mm-hmm.
and in my mind, I'm thinking nothing else. You know what I mean? Unless you come to me and say like, hey, you single and I single, let's, you know what I mean? Then at the end of the day, I still single and you still single. You do you and I can do me. Now, if you want to come make it 21 off, come.
Okay, so you don't think that you could cut that part off and y'all could still maintain a friendship if y'all never...
It never works.
If y'all just... So you feel like from... Like it'll always be that.
It never works. You already know from the first time you have sex, in your mind, if it was good, you saying to yourself, wait, I ain't even want nobody have none of this. I ain't even into that. You already know that. So imagine if you keep juicing your friend, and then all of a sudden, he turns around and gets a girlfriend.
But that's what I'm saying. So you don't think, okay, let's say we had sex. Let's say, okay, it was a drunk night. And the both of us was, like, we horny, we go, we have sex. But this was a one-time thing. We never go back at it again. Do you think that you could still maintain just a friendship? Or do you think, like, okay,
No.
every time now that we get drunk, this would be probably looking for?
Well, for me personally, I would try. Especially if it's good. Every time I try to get drunk, why let a good thing go to waste? Why would I do that? I could try. I can try and I can make sure we lit.
For every time.
Every time.
I want to invite you out for drinks and all.
If
the bill on me.
what you doing tonight? If it's good, I calling you. And don't let me get none from elsewhere.
That's it.
And then that's where the delusion will come in, because in my mind, use my mind. And I know you're on my mind, you don't even want me like that. But sex plays with all your emotions. Sex makes you forget what you're even doing with a person. Literally, like,
It does.
yeah, and that's why it just can't wait. It just can't wait. It just can't wait.
It definitely does. It definitely does. Sorry, I was trying to read it to see if we had any more questions, but no, we don't have any more questions right now. So your answer to this whole thing tonight is no. It's a definite no for you.
Yeah, it's a definite no for me. Nah, I mean, sis or bro, if that's what you want to do, then that's what you want to do. But you have to remember this thing right here. There's always, like, it never fails to make you forget the rational part of things. That always
What if you never had feelings for the person, but it was just like sexual?
and well, then you are crazy. Have you ever not have feelings for a person and you just bust it open? Never. You can't say any ex that you haven't had feelings for. You could say it wasn't strong, but for the reason you bust it open, something tickle your fancy about the person. You're not gonna just take any nigga off the road and say, come hit it. Clearly,
It might have been a drunk night.
drunk night or not, something hype you up to give it up.
Might have been some change.
Something hype you up to give it up. You didn't just randomly, you ain't just randomly going and saying, hey, let's do this. No, And then the thing is too, I don't even know how we call people an ex, because I have people I used to talk to, nobody know I used to talk to, but they label me as their ex. I'm your ex.
And that's why I asked, what do you define as an ex?
I can't tell you because I don't have no exes. I don't have no exes. I don't have those things. I don't have any. Okay. Think you can trick and kill me on this thing. No, not me.
Not just one.
I have one ex. One. Okay?
Oh God. So the answer is no.
I think no. I think no, just because it's just like I said, it's friendship turns to manipulation. And we both do it, men and women we do it. Once we already see we needling somebody down to what we want them to be, it's just a matter of time where it happens. It's
What
just
if
a
y'all never
matter.
had sex before?
Then who they is? They definitely in your ex.
So you feel like that if you and let's say okay, the first time you meet somebody, y'all took interest in each other
Mm-hmm.
and y'all started to text and talk, might have been on a date or two. Do you feel like that's somebody that, excuse me, that you could be friends with?
No. Yeah, you're in my ex. You ain't nobody. You're nobody. You're a child. Say yes, ma'am, to me. Like you're no. Like who are you? No, you're
So
nobody.
so once sex was involved, you feels like at the end of the day.
No, what the difference is, it's different ways to get attached to somebody. Clearly, emotional attachment obviously makes somebody more to you, but sex just seals the deal. Once you have sex, yeah, and like you said, that person still isn't your ex. But who are you to tell me I'm not your ex?
Because my feelings are involved.
Yeah, who are you to tell me?
So when they're saying Ty is their
Show
ex.
me proof.
But who are you to tell them that they're your ex?
That's why I want them to prove it. Prove it, mister. How? Not me. You don't know me and I don't know you. Don't hail me and don't piss me off, because mister,
I think everybody that know you cuss bad.
listen to me. And I on that and I trying so hard, but mister, let me tell you, don't come for me because I ain't saying for you. Don't. I have one ex. One.
And I want y'all to believe she mean that from her
I
toenail to the
one
strand on her head.
Ex. One. And Jano, if that 13-year-old was in here, I was giving zero, no exes.
Okay, so let's say you do actually have a friend that's not an ex, a male friend,
Mm-hmm.
and this is someone that your partner is uncomfortable with. What do you do in a scenario like that? Do you end that friendship because of your current relationship?
You know, your partners always know, Your partners always know when somebody wants to be more than a friend.
Mhm.
Because what that person is doing is what your partner did to get you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Even though I could have a friend, he's been my friend for 20 years, never come on to me or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But man's buying me time. He know what he doing, he buying me time and just waiting it out.
Me and someone just had this same. I said the same thing to her today. I said we see things that we don't see things that our partner or
No.
male see,
Nope.
because even too, like, I had things happen and the guy who I was dating or whatever this is was like, oh, this is this or this, and then later on after we break up or whatever, and like whatever truth or whatever comes up, it was like, well, mother said he was right all this time, or he was right about whatever it was that he was seeing. So I think like that's a true statement that males or your partner,
Yeah, your partner
and even too
also.
with females,
That's
like
why I said
when
your
you
partner,
see,
yeah.
when you see a female a bit too frenzy or
Yeah.
whatever. So how would you feel about your ex your current partner being friends with an ex?
She must be a butch. No, she have to be a butch.
Butches is get fucked too.
Yeah, she got want me. She don't want him, she want me. No, she have to be a butch.
But butches is
Hey.
one they say doggy too.
Listen to me. I know some butches, they'll probably vomit before they take that. That's your friend, baby. Yeah, baby, that's your friend. All us is besties.
But
All us.
nobody who she
I I wouldn't say I'm not really the jealous type.
Mm.
Really and truly, I'm really not kidding. She don't have to be a butch. I am not the jealous type. If you put me in a position where I feel like what we have doesn't feel important to you,
Mm-hmm.
then stay blessed. I'm not gonna be arguing with you over a friend you had for 15 years. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna do that because if you make me feel comfortable,
Mm-hmm.
then I wouldn't have to freak myself out.
And that's what I feel is the thing. I feel like if I
No,
make
you
feel
feel
comfortable,
like you just want to be, you want to heal the world. Yeah, you want to heal the world, and we ain't into that. No, we ain't into that. Whatever you want to say, we're not into it. We're not into it. Yeah, you want to heal the world, and you want everybody to come together around the fire and hold hands. No.
Yeah, I feel like if
No.
I make you feel comfortable to say, hey baby, you're so and so, and we been friends for so much years. And
No.
I feel like, you
No.
know, that's something.
Now, don't get me wrong. I have male friends that I've been friends with for 20 plus years. That's wild. That's wild. That's wild.
I know they can do that to you right now. You'll be right there doing. Oh boy.
Yeah, see? What I saying, ain't nobody into no kumbaya stuff. Nobody is into that. And then, like I say, every partner knows when somebody is threatening their relationship, regardless who it is. Even if you have an auntie or uncle, your partner already know when somebody is threatening your space. You already know. It took me a while to realize that, but they know.
But how do you tell the difference between it being a threat and your partner just being insecure?
You can tell. And if you have the jealous type, I don't want you around
everybody
nobody.
right. Everybody who come around, they have.
Then that's your ex. That shouldn't be your partner anymore. That's your ex. Ain't nobody into that. That's toxic.
Agreed.
Nobody's into that. That'll be your ex, and that's somebody you don't need to be friends with. Look at that. Just find somebody you don't have to be a friend to. Boy, I tell you. I good.
I'm not friends with everybody.
You don't.
I'm not friends with everybody. I think, to be honest with you, I'm cordial to the point like if I go somewhere and I see someone that I used to talk to or used to date, like we could say hi and bye.
Yeah,
Like
I could be platonic.
Right.
I could be.
But I'm not to say exes who could actually pick up the phone and call me. I think I must be cool with like 2 or 3 of them. Maybe 2. 2 of my exes, like, I could call and I could say, hey, I need better come to Freeport. Fairlawn. You know that.
This camera ain't zooming. Listen to me. I keep you leaving that door open.
I wouldn't say leave, no.
Really, yeah, you are leaving that door open, and I'm sorry for him, but you are the toxic person here.
How?
What you mean how? You are the toxic person. They are your exes. Why are you leaving it? Especially if you already know. You know. Not even deep down. You know down.
Mm-hmm.
You know how they feel about you. You know how they feel. Ain't no ex, if I leave them, know I have a man gonna take my dog while I with my man. Ain't no ex gonna do that. You know why he's doing that?
So you think he's doing that just as...
He is doing that because in his head, he feels like, even he mightn't even know, you need some therapy, boy. He mightn't even know that you playing long game, because that's what you're doing. That's toxic.
How?
What you mean how? That is your ex, first of all. You have a man, second of all.
Mm.
Why are you calling your ex to say, hey, can you keep the dog? All kind of people you know could keep your dog. Why all of a sudden your ex have to be the person to keep the dog? You were leaving that door open. You were the toxic person in this
No,
in this
because
situation.
I feel like if that door was being left open, then we would have been back together.
No, y'all don't have to be back
because
together.
I've already had, we was together, we ended, we understood that this wasn't working out. He understands, he doesn't bother me, he respects whatever I have going on.
Currently. currently. I bet you every time, if you call right now and say, hey, me and such having a problem, me right there kicking me feet.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
You don't think so because you're delusional. That's why you don't think so. You are leaving that door open, and that's toxic, and it's definitely not fair to your ex. You are a toxic ex. That's what you is. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's wow.
We don't talk every day. We don't nothing like that.
No. From you, then gunman and this over. We don't need to.
Yeah, but I feel like I put that out there and make that very clear, and we don't even need to have that kind of conversation.
Yeah, but that's your ex.
Life and what's going
You're
on
making that clear. You are setting the boundaries, so he's abiding by these boundaries until you change the boundaries, until you change the scenario. The scene is all on you. So because
So
you
think
said
once, okay, so what you're saying is once I give in and say, hey, let me unset these boundaries, let me do this, let me do that, do you think that door will always
that's
be open for us?
And you know where the opening is? Where the opening is? The dog. Seriously? Seriously? Come on, man. Come on, you know that. You know that.
What it is?
The dog. You know that. That's what you're doing. You know that. You're not intentionally doing it, you know.
No, that's...
it's not intentional. It's just subconsciously, you just leaving that door open. That's your
I
ass.
don't think that I'm leaving the door open. I just feel like in some scenarios, people could actually be friends. That's how I feel.
You feeling a lot of things.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
I even ain't like that for you.
Yeah, I feel like at the end of the day, you respect what... You don't call me, you don't text me if it's anything like, it ain't nothing, no out of the way conversation.
I'm not saying when you have an ex, you should just automatically hate them, I don't hate any of my exes. But I'll be damned if you can keep my dog. You ain't gonna keep my dog. No. No. When I come and pick up my dog late in the night, I never leave because I lay in there, me and the dog right in your bed.
No. That's the good thing is you're on two different islands, so it even ain't nothing.
So,
but I feel like in some like, okay, how you say that? It should never be an inappropriate time or whatever you going to go. Why you gonna go pick up Pep 10 o'clock in the night?
Why you leaving Pep there in the first place? Is the real question. Why you leaving Pep?
But this ain't a conversation about a dog. Anyway, let's go.
No, I don't like that. That's your ex. I just don't like it.
So
you trying to justify why you could be friends with your ex.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. I'm saying I am friends with one of my ex, and
so we're going from 2 or 3 to 1 now.
No,
we dwindling down.
No,
because I catching you, right? You jumping right down this rabbit hole, right? You see, I catching you, right, boy? Well, I tell you.
This will listen. She ain't never let me live. She's going to call me out on my shit and tell me on my face.
Of course.
You talking shit. Fuck that.
You talking shit. I'm maths. That's not maths. That's not maths. Like I said, and I'm going to say it again, I don't have a problem with anybody being friends.
But you just feel like you should not be friends with them.
Because it's manipulation. Whether it's short-term manipulation or you in it for the long haul and you waiting until I am my most vulnerable to get me where you want me to get, it's manipulation. It's manipulation. Unless my ex come to me right now, that one ex, not that one, and say, I gay, we can't be friends. And then you have to think about their person. See, you're just thinking about your relationship. Hey, we have a past. We cool. I know him. Cool. He have a person. Fine. But then what's going to happen with their person and their comfortability with you being their person's friend?
I think that's where it comes in as this can't be a friendship. We can't be friends because if this is something that your partner is uncomfortable with, then at the end of the day, if they're uncomfortable with it, or you have to hide our friendship, we really ain't friends.
Yeah, because sometimes partners don't know. They don't know because of the narrative the middle person already set. So if my ex already set the narrative like, hey, we just talk for this reason and this reason.
Mm-hmm.
Say my exes run numbers or something.
Mm-hmm.
And eyes up or something, and he's the boss. I have to talk to him because he's the boss of the numbers, whatever running.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to talk to him. But his person don't know. Yeah, we just talk about numbers. When I call and he answer when you're around, it's business.
Right.
I don't feel like it's no vibe because I thought we was cool.
Mm-hmm.
But from what you're telling me, we only just talk for business.
But then when she ain't around,
We getting drinks.
we
out
a big
together and you
conversation.
calling me for advice.
Mm-hmm.
This is where it comes in. I can't say for females because I haven't seen a female done it. Niggas ain't shit. That's where it come in. Niggas ain't shit. The narrative always has to be controlled by niggas that ain't shit. Narcissists, manipulative hogs. That's what they are. That's what they are.
What they is?
That's what they is. Narcissists. Manipulative hogs. We have hogs. That's what they are. That's what they are. Now, I'm not saying I'm all girl power because I'm pretty sure females do it too.
Yeah.
But because I'm a female, I dog my girls out. Power to the sisters is getting they get back. Because these niggas been doing it forever. Now they turn into city boys. No. Hogs. Y'all see my moat? Just run to them. Hogs. That's what they are.
So in a nutshell, I guess you guys got your answers. Exes cannot be friends.
Not cannot, should not.
Should not.
But if you're into toxic positivity, I'm all for it, sis. Do you? Do you? If you want your heart to break 6 and 7 times by the same person, do you? Brother mine, see him.
So you think sometimes people hold on to things saying that we could be friends in order to, like, okay, females, you went through a certain situation, this person keep cheating, doing whatever, y'all break up, and now y'all hold on to, oh, let's just be friends for a few months. You think that we hold on to that as a way to get back in?
Yeah. A good love is a love that makes you feel everything all at once. When you leave that and they come back even in the simplest set of form,
Mm-hmm.
you can't turn it down. Your heart is just, it can't turn down. That's why I like the thought of detachment, because it opens my eyes and it makes me see who you was when we was together, who you are now,
Mm-hmm.
and then why we break up.
I think, me personally, I have an attachment issue.
I don't know if you want me to do a therapy session right now. Girl, listen to me, and that's,
I think I am.
and that's a problem.
But the thing about it is, it's also attachment issue with trying to see the good in everybody as well, because it's like I like what I was saying earlier is like in my head is like
You have a white vest in there?
maybe
Do you have a white vest? Because you gotta be gay, girl. You see the God in everyone. Go get the dress. What is your problem? Why are you like this? No, I don't like that. No. You need therapy, girl. Listen, I have a good therapist in there. Disclaimer, people, I've been in therapy for the last 4.5 years.
Been alone?
Yeah, I've been in therapy for the last 4.5 years.
It been alone?
The first 2, I started and stopped because I thought I was a thug. But therapy helps people to understand themselves so they can understand people, if that makes sense. That's why I say I don't have any exes, because when it all boils down to it, I feel like certain people in certain lifetimes shouldn't exist now in this lifetime you are. Like, you can't compare this lifetime, this timeline, to the shit people put you through or what you put people through. Because I ain't saying I godly, like I'm the innocent one. But sometimes, you just have to realize that you did wrong to that person did wrong to you, and it ain't my sin.
Agreed.
So, yeah, I'm not I'm not interested in toxic positivity and manipulation. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, I agree. And with a little bit of it, I agree. Not a little bit, most of it, I agree.
All you want to do is be friends, be friends, be friends.
No, I think I don't. Well, I wouldn't say that you can be friends, but I do feel like you can be cordial. I don't feel like we need to call and text about it about anything, but if you, let's say, I do nails, so you have someone in town, like you have a guest or somebody looking for nails. Like I feel like at the end of the day, you could pick up the phone and say,
I
"Yes,
know this camera rolling, but I rolling my eyes. So I don't know if you zooming in camera,
No,
but
for
I
real,
rolling
like
my
I feel
You
like you
keep-
could pick up the phone and say, "Hey, Sneaker, what's going on? I know so and so looking for a nail tech. I let you know I given them your number."
Okay,
Like,
so the
but
same
not saying
way,
that
hold
we can
on.
be friends,
The
but you
same
can
way
be
they
cordial.
call you and say so and so looking for a nail tech, you are a professional nail tech, right?
Mm.
Anybody that calls your business phone, you answer, right?
Mm.
So why they just couldn't give the person your number instead of calling to say, hey, I give it? They opening up something. Come on, man.
Okay.
Don't piss me off tonight. Come on.
Okay.
They opening it up because if I is your ex and I know you just do nails and I know somebody that want their nails too, I still have your number. Hey, I will forward you this gal number. She's do nails. Period. Why have to call you first?
That's true.
I can answer anyway. You making excuses for these people, and I like that.
And I don't know.
No.
We can't
No.
all agree on the same thing. I just feel like in some cases you could.
I should have bring a notepad so I could write down everything I disagree with you with, and that's everything. That's everything.
Well, anyway, people, this is about to wrap up our hour. I guess Ty had a lot to say about can exes be friends, and she told y'all her opinion. Anything else you have to say to the people?
No, that's pretty much it. Like I said, and I'm gonna say again, if you're down with toxic positivity and manipulation, then I'm go for it. If you are down with somebody, no boy,
Yes, boy.
Jesus girl, I on a diet.
There you go, darling. This is for you.
Oh, thank
Thank
you.
you for coming.
Oh, this is
On
so
behalf
nice.
of Sisterhood Sessions, we thank you for joining us tonight.
No problem.
I
No
wish it wasn't
problem.
so icy so the people could have seen.
Yeah, you only get enough. I eat this by myself.
But thank you so much for coming. We
No
appreciate
problem.
you. Thank you guys for tuning in to another night of Sisterhood Sessions, and feel free to give us your inputs. Tune in next week Tuesday at 8 on another topic, and that week Alexis will be here. But we thank you guys for tuning in anyway. Good night.
Bye.